Lunchly has been discontinued. Some people are noticing that a lot of stores are discontinuing Lunchly and not wanting to sell it anymore.
Logan Paul using the birth of his new baby to promote Lunchly. Even though he did get approval from the Rizzler and the Hawk Tuah girl, Lunchly failing just really felt inevitable. The price even being reduced to $1.44.
Combining this with recent scandals within their own personal brands has led many to call Lunchly a grift, arguing that they're using their power as influencers to deceive kids into purchasing unhealthy products in order to line their own pocket.
Products like Lunchly be banned.
MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI are finally seeing their business empires start to collapse. What was once marketed as the next big thing is now facing bans, backlash, and accusations of being nothing more than a scam. And now the so-called Lunchly brand has officially been discontinued, with reports suggesting it could even be banned across the United States and Europe. Yes, you heard that right. After months of hiding sales figures and avoiding questions, it's all coming out. For a long time, these influencers made millions from Lunchly while using the hype of Prime Hydration to keep attention away from the product's failures. But now, regulators are no longer looking the other way. The FDA has reportedly moved in, ordering stores to stop selling Lunchly completely. So the big question is this the permanent end of the brand? For years, rumors swirled about Lunchly being discontinued. But this time, it isn't just gossip. This is backed by official reports and visible evidence. Stores are refusing to carry the product, shelves are being cleared, and even longtime partners want nothing to do with it anymore. And it makes sense. Customer complaints have been overwhelming. Families reported opening their kits only to find moldy cheese and spoiled ingredients. The problem, according to food experts, isn't just a lack of preservatives. The packaging itself was cheaply made with weak glue that allowed air to seep in, causing food to rot. For a product targeting kids, this is nothing short of a disaster. And it's not as if one person was behind this. No, this was a coordinated effort by three of the biggest internet stars, MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI. Together, they marketed Lunchly as a fun, fresh alternative to kids' meals, all while lining their pockets. It's hard to argue this shouldn't be banned when the health of children is at risk. Of course, some fans have tried to defend MrBeast, suggesting Logan Paul and KSI dragged his name down. But let's be real, when all three are tied to the same project, there's no good guy in the group. They all had a hand in it. Some argue that MrBeast's reputation shields him. After all, he's known for massive giveaways and charity events. But let's not ignore the obvious. Every headline-grabbing donation doubles as promotion for his business ventures. Lunchly was no different. The hype around Logan Paul and KSI only kept the conversation going, even when most of it was negative. But this time, the negative press didn't translate into sales. Sales numbers have collapsed. What little stock is left isn't moving, and even deep discounts can't convince people to buy. Logan Paul even tried using personal milestones, like the birth of his child, as opportunities to promote Lunchly. But instead of boosting interest, it only fueled the criticism. Prime Hydration, their other flagship brand, has also been spiraling. Sales dropped nearly 90%, with Logan Paul himself looking devastated in recent interviews. They thought they could cover the losses with Lunchly, but now that plan has completely backfired. What's worse is that Lunchly has now been exposed for directly targeting children. Reports revealed that Prime Hydration bottles were included inside the kits, turning it into a sneaky cross-promotion campaign. When people dug deeper, it became clear just how much money these creators were making. According to Bloomberg, MrBeast's businesses, including Lunchly, generated more than $400 million last year. If even a fraction of that came from Lunchly, it could easily be upwards of $100 million. That's a staggering number for a product now being called dangerous. And why keep the exact figures secret? Because if the public knew how much of that money came from kids, the backlash would be even worse. To sell Lunchly, they even humiliated competing brands like Lunchables in live videos. They mocked the taste, called it trash, and then claimed Lunchly was the superior option. But behind the scenes, the ingredients were no better. In fact, independent tests revealed that Lunchly contained concerning levels of GMOs, unhealthy seed oils, and even traces of heavy metals. Experts found no evidence that it was healthier than the very product they insulted. Think about that. A brand built on calling others trash couldn't even pass basic health comparisons. Now, with sales dropping and regulators circling, Lunchly is being pulled from shelves everywhere. The FDA is actively reviewing it, and bans may soon follow. And honestly, why should a product like this survive just because it has famous names attached? Customers' health, especially children's health, should always come first. Nutritionists who tested Lunchly compared its ingredients to Lunchables and found virtually no improvement. Calories, sugar, and protein were all similar. Saturated fat wasn't listed, sodium was hidden behind the word electrolytes, and the Prime hydration bottle included in the kit seemed like nothing more than a marketing gimmick. So what does this mean? It means fame and influence aren't shields against accountability. MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI thought they could manipulate their audiences, hide their numbers, and continue raking in billions. But now the curtain has been pulled back. Lunchly has been discontinued. Stores are cutting ties, regulators are stepping in, and most importantly, the public has lost trust. For years, these creators made fortunes while acting untouchable. But the truth has a way of catching up. No matter how famous you are, if you exploit your fans, especially kids, the fallout will eventually hit. And that's what we're witnessing now. Lunchly isn't just a failed product. It's a case study in how greed, hype, and influencer marketing can backfire. It's a reminder that accountability always arrives, sometimes louder and harsher than anyone expects. In the end, this isn't just about spoiled cheese or bad packaging. It's about a pattern of deception, one that people are no longer willing to ignore. So while MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI may have thought they were building billion-dollar empires, what they've really built is a cautionary tale. And the world is finally paying attention.